Mzuri Moyo was destined to sing and bring peace and love to the world. She's a singer, an actress. She performs in her one-woman show, The Fannie Lou Hamer Story. Welcome to the Everyday Superwoman Show. Let's take a look at Miss Mzuri Moyo's performance in The Fannie Lou Hamer Story.
They all done called me from my grave, and they just won't let me rest. They say, Fannie Lou, we think you still got something to say. We think you need to tell them all about back then, so they can see the direction that they need to go in. My name is Fannie Lou Hamer, and I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Beautiful, beautiful. Tell us, who is Fannie Lou Hamer? That's the first thing I want to talk about.
Fannie Lou Hamer was a sharecropper living in Mississippi in the 1950s and 60s.
Okay.
Didn't know she was allowed to vote. Found out through SNCC and changed the tone of the Democratic Party. She started the Mississippi Freedom Democratic Party along with others, and she became well known for her speech on how she was beaten brutally for registered blacks to vote in the South. So that's in a nutshell who she was.
Yes, okay. For me, Fannie Lou Hamer, I was familiar with Fannie Lou Hamer, but I didn't really get to know Fannie Lou Hamer until I saw your one-woman show. You know, she was truly the mother of the civil rights, and she was known for her famous quote, "I am tired of being sick and tired."
Sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Sick and tired of being sick and tired. I was absolutely honored to have an opportunity to see the Fannie Lou Hamer story that you played in.
And wrote.
That's what I was going to say, and wrote. I was absolutely blown away. You know, it was Fannie Lou Hamer, up close and personal, the way that you transformed, the way that you delivered it. I felt like I was there. I was there. It was 1962, 1963. I was so moved in my spirit. I felt every inch and piece of it. I brought my children to the show, and they were feeling it. They were rocking back and forth, and we were singing those songs. And my question is, why Fannie Lou Hamer? Out of the thousands and thousands of women out there that have a story to tell, why you chose to tell Fannie Lou Hamer's story?
You know, everybody asks me that question, and I say she chose me because I had no clue of who Fannie Lou Hamer was until I saw her on Like It Is, thank God, Gil Noble. And when I heard that story about how she was beaten and she didn't have hate in her heart, I was, you know, here I am walking around with all this anger about racism, and Fannie Lou Hamer had experienced a horrendous, brutal beating.
Yes.
And she did not have 1 ounce of hate in her. And for me, that was a lesson that I needed. Something inside of me, and I said, I'm going to write a story on Fannie Lou Hamer because I had been auditioning for Broadway for years, never got a role. And so
And I don't know why.
I created this. That's because God had something better. And Oprah is going to find out.
She sure is.
Yes. Thanks to this show, Oprah will find out. She's going to come looking for me, and I will be ready, Miss Oprah, my sister.
Also, something that I did not know that I found out through the story is that she had to take a test, a literacy test. And you know,
How about
before, you know, well, black folks had to take the literacy test before, in order to register to vote. And many people didn't pass, you know.
And let me stop you.
Yes.
Was sent $50,000 water bills and said you can't vote unless you pay your bill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they would do things like that.
Isn't that
I failed that voter's registration test 2 times. And I kindly looked up at them and I informed them, you're going to see me here for the next 30 days until I pass. Well, after that, I passed.
So this is what our children need to know.
Yeah.
Our children, this is the history that we know they are not teaching in the schools. And for many, they think it's not that big of a deal, but this is what's going to help elevate our children's consciousness. They have to be aware of the Fannie Lou Hamers, you know, and what she had to go through, the beatings, just because she just wanted to register to vote. She wanted to have a voice. She was evicted off her property. Well, she was her home. She was a sharecropper. properly.
And shot at.
And shot at. And beaten, you know, because she, you know.
And at the time this was happening, Americans were fighting in Vietnam for democracy.
America, so you might. Creating wars all around the world is destructive to the human race. But what you did down here in Mississippi and throughout the United States is destructive to the democratic race. So America, I say to you, no more wars and no more hate.
That is what the story that's not being told. So I'm here to tell it.
Thank you so much.
Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that voters registration is here.
Just love her. I get excited. Y'all know Kimberly Lou ain't no groupie, right? But I'm a groupie right now. I'm a groupie.
And you are a blessing for keeping our stories alive because, like Octavia Spencer said, we need to do it. So don't criticize when we go and take maid roles because we need to be paying for our own distribution. We can afford it now.
Yes, we can.
So we can't say we can't get distribution. Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
We can do stories like Oprah and Denzel did on.
Great debaters.
Great movie. And Denzel directed it. So yes, we can get our stuff distributed.
Yes.
So we have to stop making excuses.
Absolutely. I'm getting my stuff distributed right now.
There you go.
Through an all-black-owned company, dpvn.net. I own, with my partners, Keisha M. Booker and Aisha Kendrick, our own channel, MWP channel. So yeah, I know we can do this.
Thank you.
But we have to support and we have to trust one another.
Absolutely.
You know, I trust you, you trust me, that's why we're here.
And you know what? Let me say this, Kim. A lot of this negative talk about we don't help one another. Well, nothing but a bunch of black folks help me. So I'm here to put that myth to rest.
Thank you.
I had my first computer a brother bought for me. I was flat broke, and he said, Mzuri, I said, I'm writing a play, I'm Fannie Lou Hamer, but I don't, he said, you got your computer.
There you go.
When I started doing Steve Hollis, I love you. Steve bought my computer when I got the books called, which I found out about Chana Kylie, who wrote the book on Fannie Lou Hamer's life called For Freedom's Sake. Okay. We bought those books and we sold them, and everything I wanted to do, Steve supported me. So yes, we do help each other. It's not true that we don't help each other. That's not the truth.
Thank you.
Okay?
Yes.
Let's just start saying what we want to be and what really is, because the truth is, if we didn't help each other, we wouldn't have got this far. This is okay. A new day.
We're not coming to one of your sermons. She up here preaching.
Get me a church child.
I'll come. I'll bring my children too. But tell me a little bit about your career, your acting career, your singing career. I know that you were cast in Sankofa.
Yes, I was the mischievous Lucy in Sankofa. Looking for my light-skinned man. You know, this is interesting because, you know, and Heidi wrote that movie because he wanted to send a message of probably how culture in a way has not changed, because Lucy wanted a light-skinned man because she wanted to have light-skinned children. Why? Because the society was less oppressive to lighter people. They could bend through the cracks. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, you know, there's a mentality behind it. Nobody wants just to be with somebody light just because. It's a reason for it, the madness.
Yes.
You know? Yes. All of this misunderstanding of this light skin, dark skin stuff. So I was the mischievous Lucy. You ain't nothing, Joe. My Nick Medley, who I love to this day, you know, so we still have fun, you know.
Yeah, so when you were younger, I know that you lived in Paris and Italy.
Yes.
Did you tell me?
Not that much younger, girl, I'm still young. You know, a few years ago.
Right.
You know, so yes, I lived in Paris and Italy, and I sang over there, and I came back here. I'm a singer. I mean, I started as a singer, but people kind of forget. I hope that doesn't mean they don't think I can sing. But
no, you were trained in Paris, right?
I was trained here, and I studied opera, and of course grew up in the church. Can't forget the church.
Right. You never
Solid Rock Baptist Church in Patterson, New Jersey, singing gospel.
Right.
You know, in the little children's choir. So that's my start. And then I got cast for Sankofa. And it was snowballed from there. And after I didn't get any work, I thought I was going to become a star after Sankofa, you know. And when I went in for auditions, God said, don't worry about it. I got something better for you. And, you know, we have to trust.
That's the key.
We got to trust.
We have to trust.
I'm learning that.
Yeah.
I'm learning now.
Well, Mzuri, thank you for coming on the Everyday Superwoman
Oh
show.
my God.
I'm looking forward to having you back on.
Sister, come on, call me, girl. I'll be right here.
I know you will.
Working on my Mahalia.
Oh, right, Mahalia Jackson. That's the next one you're working on. You're going to write. I heard you say you was going to write a little piece on Miriam Makeba. You're thinking about
a
it.
small little piece on Miriam Makeba speaking out against rape in the Congo of
Right.
babies and women.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So yeah, just a small piece for the Los Angeles Women's Theater Festival in LA. Adela Barnes, who runs that.
Great.
That
Fight
organization.
for education. We shall not be moved just like a tree. Planted by the water. Oh, we shall not be moved.
I'm Mzuri Moyo. And don't forget to put that ass on your chest.